Okay, so here I'm going to explain RME's total mix. A lot of people don't like this. They think it's complicated and not easy to use, and I actually disagree. So let me just start off and I'll explain. All right, the top row here on the total mix from RME. This is your physical inputs from the interface, the hardware interface. This is input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Plus AES, all the ADAT inputs. Okay. Here, the second row here, this is the software inputs. Like when you go into your DAW and you tell it to go out 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, or whatever in the DAW, you're going to have your faders here. This is the bottom row here. This is the physical outputs of the hardware unit. This is the physical outputs of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the physical ADAT outs. And basically, this is it. So you have your inputs, software inputs, and your physical outputs. Physical inputs, software inputs, and physical outputs. All right. And over here on this side, we have controls for our headphones and our main outs. And you can set the main out to be whatever you want here. You can actually click this and you can tell it to be anything. It's normally the XLR outs that are on the back. All right, so you'll turn this thing on and then you'll be like, there's no sound, there's no sound. So basically, this is a modular system. And anything here pretty much can be routed to anything, which is really cool. And basically how you do this is you highlight, like say my headphones, I want to hear what can my headphones hear. Well, all these things are turned up, right? Here's my Pro 1. It's on input 2. And now I can hear it here on my headphones because this thing's up, and you select this basically. So if you want to control the mix for this headphones here, when you click here, everything changes and it's all set for just this output now when I'm editing here. Everything I'm editing here will just be on the headphones. If I click this one, see how everything changed? They're all down. Because on my other headphone output, all these are off. So if I wanted to hear them on this headphone, you'd turn these up, and then you would turn up this here, and then you could hear it on the headphones too. That's how that works. I know it's a bit, I don't know, it's not complicated to me just because I've been using this for so long and it just makes sense. Whatever you have selected down here, it has its own mix, including all these physical outputs. See? Now, my 7 and 8 out are going to my Bose speakers, my PC speakers. And I have everything I have this on a loop back right here. If you click this here, I have it on loop back. This is one of the best things about the total mix is this is loop back. It's going back in 7 and 8. And that's how I'm getting it into OBS without having a headache. OBS is set for 7 and 8 on my analog out or my analog in. And yeah, it's cool. Anyway, this is my Pro 1. Now this is my TD3. See how that's on channel 12? And my vocals are on the mic 11. And my TD3 is here. So anyway, that's on. Wait, you can't hear that because it's down. All right, now you can hear it. Shit. See, I was playing that and I could hear it, but you guys couldn't hear it. I had to turn it up. See, now that I'm in 7 and 8, it's different from here. This is different. See. So now that I'm on 7 and 8, I'm controlling my outputs to the OBS, which is how I'm recording this video. So now it's off, even though I'm playing it. It's off, and I turn this up, and then it turns it on for OBS because OBS is plugged into 7 and 8 on loopback. Cool. And then you can every channel you can pair them up. You can hit stereo, and then it creates a stereo input or output, which is really cool. Or you can do a mono. Now most of these are all mono. Like here, that's my TD3. Now here's my 2600. And you can hear that because this is up. Now it's down. You can hear it. Now it's up. So to control volumes on every one of these outputs and the headphones and the main outs, you have a different mix for every output on the bottom. And you control this by highlighting the one on the bottom like this, selecting them, and then you can control the mix for that output. Every output. This is going to my speakers and to OBS, so this is how you can hear this. But what's really cool is you can now I'll do some software. This is Massive X. And this is the output. See, this is the software output here. And you can hear this because I turned it up here. I need my mixer. No. Okay, here's Massive X, and it's coming out the software output here. And turn it off. This is for this mix here. Now you can't hear it. I'm playing it. I can hear it in my headphones, but to make it come into OBS, I turn this up here. Now, if I wanted analog 6 to have this, I'd move it over here like this. It's on mono 6, and now when I turn this up, now it's going out mono 6. They have physical output for mono 6. Now, if I wanted to go out 1 and 2, then I can do the same thing, like turn it on, and now it's going out 1 and 2. And that's just how easy it is to make anything route into anything. You highlight the bottom here, and then whatever you turn up here, it'll come out this channel. It's basically that simple. And you also have control over your outputs and inputs. See, here I have -10, +4, and high gain. And this is if your signal's weak or too loud or too soft. You know, you can. There's this little pad here. I think the inputs have that too on the mic. No, this is on the line level inputs. They have that. And on the mic pre's, I have mic pre's on this. I have a Fireface UFX, the Mark 1, and the mic pre is this thing here, and that's how much gain I have on it. It's got a gain controller. I turn it up and down, and it does this. It's pretty cool. I disappear here because the compression, it loses the bite on the compressor because I have a compressor on this. But yeah, I have a compressor here, dynamics. I have dynamics, and I have this threshold here, and I have it all set like this, and I have the gain here, and then I have an EQ curve here. That's my EQ curve, and now I'll turn the EQ off, and then it sounds kind of, lo-fi. This is the SM58 without any EQ. Here's with the EQ. I think it sounds better with this little EQ I added. And yeah, and then this, you have the stereo control, and you have the phantom power here, or instrument. And basically, if I want this right here to come out this, then I highlight this, and then I turn this down. Then I turn it back up, and then I'm here again. So that's basically how you have to understand this. Now let's do effects. I'll send some effects here, like this. I'm sending it through the effects. So I'm gonna to turn the effects on so you can hear it or record it. These little things next to the outputs here, turn the effects on here, like this. I think this is the return. Yeah, effects return. And then you can turn this on like this, I think. Wait, why isn't it working? Huh. Check 1, 2. Oh, because I can't. I have to do it here. Oh, okay. Now it's working. Yeah, I hear it. See, I couldn't hear it on the headphones because I had to do this on the headphones too. But now this is how you do the effects on this. So let's just do the reverb. And it's cool because I can have this in my video games. This is a large reverb, and then swagger. It's kind of a roomy thing. Let's go for space. So this is a long one. It's pretty cool. And large room. Anyway, if you want to record this into your computer, you can use the loop back like this on any one of these tracks and then assign it to a track inside of your DAW. And then you'll have the effect on any of your inputs. You can record it to an effects track, which is really cool. And here's the ping pong delay with the reverb going into it. I think it sounds pretty cool. But anyway, I can turn the effects off like this. And now it's not there anymore. And that's in the UFX. You get the effects. It might be in the Babyface Pro. I'm not sure. The effects. But that's how you turn them. This is the send right here. This little small slider next to the input on my mic, or any of these. So if I wanted to put it on the synth. What synth is this? Oh, this is the software. Yeah, I can do it with the software too. So I have but you wouldn't be able to hear this unless I turned this up on the output here. The 7 and 8 is my OBS and monitor output. That's cool. And then I can put this on, say this channel here, this 8.1. I can have this going in to my DAW. Turn this up here, and then it'll go into my DAW that way if I wanted to. Let's put the 2600 through some. So I'm using the effects built into the Total Effects DSP part of my Fireface UFX here. I'll change the echo to stereo cross. Pro 1. route that into the effects. So that's how I get the effects on the Pro 1. So anyway, it's that easy to use this. There we go. Again, the top rack here, this is my physical inputs on the hardware. This is the software. The second row is the software inputs from the DAW and the operating system or whatever you have hooked, the computer. And the bottom here is the outputs. And this is how you mix for all of them. You highlight the one you want to control your level. If you want to hear it in this headphones, then you have to select it, and then you have to turn this up. Now it's coming out. See? Look at the fader. So everything's off on this headphones, and now I have it highlighted. You can't hear it, but when I turn this up, all of a sudden there's levels there. See, it's turning up on that channel. And now my vocals are coming out headphones too. So this is how you do it. You just select the bottom row, then you mix everything for the one you have highlighted. And it's modular, and you can have something coming in, then going out, then coming back into another channel. So you can basically route effects in and out on a certain channel, and then you can route anything to it. It's a modular system. And no other software interface for a converter that I've used has this much power in it, and it's almost zero latency. It's like zero latency mixing any signal from any input or output into anything else, and basically it's amazing. And I've seen this one guy on the internet just bitching about how hard this is to use, and it's not. It is not hard to use this. So you just have to remember, this is the top row. And that's the physical inputs. This is the middle row. This is the software instruments. This is the hardware outs. If you can't hear nothing, you have to select the one you want to listen out of, like the headphones one. Then you control the mix. Here, you control the inputs. You control the software. And then you'll hear it on this, or this, or this, or anywhere you set it. So this is nothing here. Now I can hear the computer out of here because I turned it up. I'll turn it back to computer. See, now it's coming out of here. I turned it up there. I'll go to this one. I'll turn it up here. Now it's coming out of that one. It's just that easy. So don't get confused with these TotalMix. I recommend the RME converters because they are, one, the most reliable. They have the best drivers. They never crash. They're good sounding boxes. They sound good, and they have really low latency. And I like the UFX. The first one, the second one, and the third one, they're the best, and that's what I like. And that's what I recommend getting. The UCX is good too, especially the UCX2. It has the compression and the EQ like the UFX does. And the new ones, they're really expensive, but you can buy a used UFX for around $1,000 if you keep your eyes open on the Reverb or eBay. And it's worth it. And I've got like, how many inputs? I have 12 analog inputs, and I've got 10 outputs, I think. 10 or 8 outputs. And then I've got all this ADAT and then all this other routing here. I've got these effects here, the reverb and the delay. And on every input channel and output channel, I have compression and EQ on all my outputs and all of my inputs. And that's the total mix effects from RME, and I absolutely love it. So if you get an RME, save this video and watch it, and I hope it made sense for you. It makes perfect sense to me. So anyway, have fun.